Three traits to win in the game of life. In a basketball game, before it actually starts, there will be series of warm-ups. The players will shoot and shoot and shoot until their bodies have heated, their pulse have adjusted, and their mind is focused. These players have the will to win. Everybody wants to be a winner, and no one wants to lose. In this game of basketball, every player has to have these key aspects when playing: endurance, awareness, and focus. These aspects are for average players. If a player wants to be an MVP, he should add more aspects such as humility, perseverance, and vision. Together with the average aspects added with the MVP traits, a player will surely be a champion. Even if the team lost, the player will still feel that he won. There is a winning moment when accepting defeat. The player has conquered the emotions of anger and hatred. He won more not just by winning the game. The next time this particular player plays, he will be more than he was before. A champion is not defined how many winning streaks he had, but how he handles struggles and defeats with victory. Let us talk about being a champion. We enumerated that in order for a player to rise up from being average is to add humility, perseverance, and vision. Every traits are not dependent with each other, but all of those are needed. If one of those are not present, the player will not be able to call himself a champion, because there will be some moments in the game that he will give up or will be out of focus. In other words, the performance of the player will not be to the extent that is full and dedicated. There will be some moments that this player will get distracted by the crowd, will miss free throws because of anger, will slip the ball because his mind and body movements are not in sync. These three traits help each other so that player can play the best he could be. Humility, spiritual. The quality or state of not thinking you're better than the other people. The quality of or state of being humble. Exactly what the definition from Merriam-Webster Dictionary. This is a trait when a player acknowledges that there are people better than him. Being humble is the exact opposite of pride. A key to accepting failure and mistake is to admit it. Players fighting due to the call of violation from the referee can easily be prevented if they are humble. Pride costs millions of dollars to be paid as a penalty to every player's inappropriate behavior. If only players have humility in their hearts, they will have a peace of mind during the game until the game concludes. Humility is the key to learn new things or learn from mistakes. It takes acceptance for every player to be open-minded, to know that they can still learn more. An act of being open-minded makes a player grow even more and stretch his potentials to the extent of a new level. A player who thinks they know everything will not grow and will be stagnant. Perseverance, physical. Perseverance is directly related to hard work, but it requires more than hard work. Being a perseverant player requires determination to win, whether the current circumstances are bad. If there is a huge gap on the score or most of the key players are out in the game due to injury or being fouled out, a champion is not distracted by any of this because he is determined to win. Struggle after struggle, a champion always sees every opportunity to shoot the ball, pass it to another player until they make a score. There will be failures, some harsh words from the coach while the upper hand is on the opponent. But with perseverance, a player is equipped with shield that will allow him to endure all negatives and hardships in the game. To have perseverance in every player's offense and defense mechanism, one has to have the enough reason why he should win the game. The player should know what is the purpose of winning, and they should also know that the benefits of winning is not just for themselves, but for the rest of the team, their families and their fans. These reasons and purposes will be a great fuel for every player to stay focused and aware in the game. It is amazing that players are drawing energy from nowhere to be seen if they are determined to win. Vision, mental. If there would be anything that is lacking in most players, it is the ability to visualize the game. It is to have the complete vision before and after. This is the state where a player engages his mind to win. A mind is a very powerful gift from God. Whatever a player sees in his vision, if he truly believes it, whatever the vision is, will surely happen. Most people think that the rehearsal only happens before the game, where players will throw the ball freely to the basket. Didn't they know that champions, right before warm-up, are also rehearsing mentally? These players are practicing in their mind. They are adjusting their mind, conditioning it like tuning up a car before the racing starts. Mental picture of what will happen in the game is the one of the most important trait a champion must have. It conditions every part of the body. With vision, the player is ready to face and play the game with one thing in his mind, that is to win. All of these traits are not just for basketball game. It applies to any game, including the game of life. In order for us to live a life that is full, enjoyable, and meaningful, we have to be a champion. A champion does not have the will to win, but also have the will to prepare to win. Every average player wishes to be a champion someday, and this is not an easy task. Life is hard. Every average player should accept it and act on it. It does not happen overnight. Practice all these traits daily and make it a habit. Long before an average player knows it, he is already champion. Being a champion does not just affect their own lives, but also affect all other people around them by giving other players the inspiration and motivation and be a role model to them. This world really needs a champion. To bless and heal the world is not an easy responsibility. One has to step up, lead, and win. Be a champion and impact the lives of every people. Always remember, champions have a healthy spirit with humility, physically fit to persevere, and a clear mental vision. 24 hours a day, whenever and wherever they are in.